Looking for a place that does it all? Maldini's by the River serves mouth-watering breakfasts, pasta, pizzas and more, plus amazing coffee and cocktails. They hit the spot every single time. You're planning a special event? Well, their private function room and versatile restaurant are the perfect place for any celebration. Good food, good friends, good times, Maldini's. Welcome back to Life in 5, the podcast where we speak to some of the biggest names in sport, entertainment, and the media. I'm MG, and today's guest is a rugby league veteran. He's also a wonder boy at school who's done it all. He's played, he's captained, he's coached, and he's a mentor. He played over 300 first-grade games, which is an unbelievable feat, won 3 premierships with the Bulldogs, and has dedicated his post-footy life to helping others, especially in the mental health space. A straight shooter with a big heart. It brings me great pleasure to introduce good mate of mine, Paul Langmack. Langers.
Hello, mate. How you going?
Hello, buddy. How are you?
No, I'm living the dream. I have fun, and I try and make someone smile and laugh every day, and I do, and they think I'm an idiot, but I don't care because life's very tough.
Before we get onto your photos, which a couple of emotional ones you'll show us today, what are you doing with yourself these days?
I've been in New South Wales Rugby League for 12 years. 9 years ago, I got cancer in my lymph nodes in my neck, and through radiation, it gave me depression, underactive thyroid, put on a lot of weight, and then I thought cancer actually made me a better person. I said to Dave Trodden, I can make a difference here to people playing rugby league initially. And he said, yeah, go for it. And I started a program called the Changing Rooms where you go in the dressing room dressed like this, you come out with your footy gear on and as a different person. And I have qualified counsellors that come with me, females, because when I talk to girls, football teams, they don't want to hear some old bloke. And they can talk about girl things. And it's got to the situation now, it's kind of evolved over 8 years. This year I've already spoken to 6,000 people. In rugby league, I help the Australian Navy, all different sports. I help the Police Youth Command with at-risk kids who break the law. I go back to Cabramatta where I grew up every Wednesday morning, and we get about 20 kids who are with the police, and we try and build up rapport with them, and it's quite fun. I love it. You know, I say, who made their bed this morning? None of them, right? And no, this is true. And I go, I talk at high schools and Granville Boys High School, what a school that is. And I say, mate, you don't have to tuck the sheets in. Make it look nice. Your mum and dad will take you out for lunch. Do you get it? Right? It's the first thing you do. They do it in the Navy. They win, right? And so I'm walking through, like, telling the kids all the time at Granville Boys High School last term, and I'm only talking to, say, 30 kids once a week and with the police, and kids are coming up to me walking through the playground. Are you that old Bulldogs player? Yeah, I made me bed this morning. About 25 kids, I'm making a difference, you know? Yeah. And I go, well done. And so then, because my sister works at the Bulldogs with Phil Gould, and they're all in for the community, and I said, righto, if you guys come here 85% of the time, on time, right, if you're not here on time, it doesn't count, but you still be here, I'll get you 2 tickets to the Bulldogs game, right? So I got Granville and the Police Youth Command, and the Bulldogs give us 100 tickets for these kids.
Fantastic.
And the Police Youth Command, 2 girls, Joanna and Shaz, at the Cumberland area of Wentworthville and Granville and all those areas, gave out 60 tickets, right? Well, some of the kids are texting, where's mine? No, you didn't make the quota, mate. You didn't come enough.
Great.
So now we're setting the standards, and we're running pilot programs at Granville in Term 4 with the Police Youth Command at New South Wales Centre of Excellence, and bringing all these experts and professionals in the industry like Matty French to become mates with, who runs the youth regiment, boot camps for kids, teaching them resilience and all that. All these other different people that can make a difference to these kids' lives. And so exciting, and then I learn from everyone. Now kids have an entitlement addiction. I think adults do. Like, if you don't work hard, you don't win.
No.
Like, mate, a relationship don't work if you don't work hard at it. Sport, business, life, and we're going to make a difference. Now I say to people, mate, if you're having a bad day, it's not mental health problem. I call it mental fitness, right? That's just the way life is. Life, the older you get, life becomes more complicated because we overthink. We've got kids driving us mad, want more money, whatever. You nag, you got your partner or your wife, she nags you sometimes. So life becomes more complicated the older you get and your knees ache. But I say to people, mate, having a bad day is not a mental health problem.
When I went to get you downstairs this morning, you couldn't get out of the lounge.
Yeah, but it was like it was built for some midgets. Mate, I'm 6 foot tall. Anyway, but if you're having a bad day, it doesn't mean you got a mental problem, right? That's normal, right? It's like playing footy. At the Bulldogs, we trained that hard and we got comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yep.
So we trained to fatigue. So we knew in the game when we fatigued, we could keep going because we've been there. But if you're feeling crap, don't want to socialise, change your behaviour for 4 or 5 days in a row, put your hand up, be tough and do something about it. Tell someone, go, hey, mate, I feel crap.
Yep. We'll get into your footy career as we go in because you've got a couple of good photos of your doggy days and actually debuted against you in 1987, which we'll get to.
No, I remember that because I was driving here. I thought, was he that kid we played against?
Yes.
And and I remember. So what happened, listeners, hope there's a few listening. This is true. I couldn't make it up. So anyway, MG, you can tell he's younger than me, right? And he was only a kid at the time. Like I left school in 82, and I was playing first grade 83. And 87 was my fourth season, and we're playing at Penrith Park, and I pushed this skinny kid off from my fifth try, and he's laying on the ground, and Terry Lamb said, have a go at this kid, right? It was Mark Geyer. He had this big friggin' head, skinny body, and Terry Lamb said, he looks like a friggin' chuppa chup, right? So we're walking back, and I felt sorry for this poor kid. I reached out my arm, and I lifted him off the ground, and MG, I didn't know it was MG then, he said, thank you, Mr. Langmack. I said, son, train hard and be good to your mum. I've created a champion and he looks after his mum every day. So thanks for taking my advice. But now you're not a chuppa chup.
Oh, you're the best.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
You had the big friggin' skinny body and shoulder pads.
I had hair everywhere.
Yeah, and shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a chuppa chup. But anyway.
Tell us about this, your first photo. This is you and your young bloke. What year was this? Why is this photo significant to Langers?
It's my son. It was 95. And, I've been married twice. We all make mistakes. I can't remember his mum's name. Oh, that's right. It's the plaintiff.
The plaintiff.
Yeah, last time I saw her, it was in court. But no. Like people say, do you regret being married? And I said, no, not the first time because I wouldn't have my son.
Yep.
He's 30 this year. Time goes quick. And he's a good fella. His mates for my mates. Like, he talks more to my mates than he does to me. Anytime, like all kids are the same. He has similar interests. He played at D-La in Cronulla. He coaches there now. He's a bit like me and you, entrepreneurial, helps people. And I know most of his mates and, if you hang around dickheads, good chance your son's a dickhead. But his mates love the footy, love the races, love bagging. We're on chats about footy and that, and I'm just proud of the way he's turned out.
They don't give us a manual when we become dads. But there's, obviously we all jump into it with thinking we want to be a dad. Is there any one lesson that you always have for your young bloke as he navigates this world of ours?
Have respect and work hard.
Yeah. Work
ethic is a skill, and not many people have it. They think they do, but they don't. If you don't have respect, and if you lie to yourself, no one can help you. We all make mistakes. We all lose. You learn more from losing than winning. All your setbacks, respect, and it's free to be kind. You know what I mean? Like, we all been lunatics. Like in our time, you were off the rails as a kid, but you've learned from that. So that gives you knowledge, your life experiences. What you have you can't get at university, and I can't. I have got no qualifications about mental fitness. I have qualifications. I've had cancer. I've had depression. In lockdown, I had a heart attack apparently, but I thought it was my neck.
Wow.
And so those experiences, looking deaf in the eye, I can help people. Right? You can't get that from reading a book. You can't get it. Your experiences. And like I was just driving in here, and I grew up in government housing, so did you, right? People that grow up out west, Cabramatta, Blacktown, Mount Druitt, whatever, we go everywhere. I drive everywhere, right? It doesn't bother me because it's my place on my own, listen to the radio, right? But my son grew up in the Shire. They think the bridge is the Captain Cook Bridge. Like, they don't travel. No, what I'm saying is, and people live in the eastern suburbs, they don't go out over the Anzac Bridge. And same as the Northern Beaches. Nothing wrong with that. But we're more worldly, because if I said to someone in the eastern suburbs, you ever been to Habersham? Where's that? Or St. Clair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we go everywhere.
Yeah, we do.
And you learn, you know. And so when I go out for dinner quite often, I always talk to the people serving us, and they're not Australians because no work ethic. They're always backpackers. And I go, where you from? And that. I talk to everyone, right? And you come here on your own, could be girls, whatever. And they go, yep. I said, you know what? You learn more travelling than you do a university degree. And you get older, sometimes you don't get the chance to travel because commitments, kids. But when you're young, footloose and fancy free, and look, you going to Parramatta Disco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Tina's at Seven Hills.
Yeah. No, I didn't go there. I couldn't afford it anyway.
Your second photo is, look, in the 80s, there was two rugby league teams. There was Parramatta and there was the Bulldogs. And you just had such a great contest between you. What a great duel it was. As I said, I made my debut in 87 against you. They used to call you the Dogs of War. Tell us about this picture. Two fantastic men holding the shield. What year is it? And what are your memories of this photo?
That's 84, because Stephen O'Brien's there on the wing. The big man looks skinny there, yeah. Mate.
Folksy and
yeah, Folksy and the Wok. And Joey Johnson and I, not name drop, we catch up with the Wok every 6 weeks, and we invite people to come, like Michael Maguire, become mates with. Comes Jason Riles, Serraldo, Johnny Dorry, the Wynn boys, Willie Mason turned up and all that. And we just bag the shit out of everyone in rugby league and no filter, and then we go home. Like, it's not Warren's 80-odd, he's still got his marbles. And coaches like Riles and Serraldo and Madge, they come to learn off the Wok, and Wok looks forward to it.
Why was he so good as a coach? Why was he so good?
He was very analytical. Coaches these days aren't. They're more about cliches of following the processes, whatever that means. Warren taught you he was a shot putter, represented Australia at the Empire Games, which is now the Commonwealth Games. And everything comes from your legs. Boxing, darts, cricket, tackling. It's not no one tackles anymore. No one learns to tackle. We've got all these pathways. Coaches have no idea how to tackle. Like Warren will say, mate, run up and punch a bag. Your left foot's up if you're going to throw your right. Well, that's how you tackle. Well, they don't know what they're doing, right? And the reason we were the Dogs of War is that we train that hard, and it's a fluke to win a comp that you get all the blokes complimenting their personalities, right? You don't have to be mates, but you're footy mates, right?
Yep.
And it's a fluke, and injuries and all that. But when I left school in 82, and this is a funny story. So in 1981, right, I grew up in Cabramatta, and Parramatta are playing in the grand final against Newtown.
Yeah.
So I'm 15, right? So me and my mates, we get on the Red Rattler day before, Saturday, an hour trip, hanging out the back of the carriages, right, and to Central. We walk up Central to the cricket ground. We sleep on the footpath with 100 other people.
How good.
And I'm 15, right, waiting to get in. And we get in, I was sat in the bob stand, I've got goosebumps now, and Parramatta won. And Parramatta in all 3 grand finals. South beat them in 3rd grade, Tugger was playing, and West beat them in 2nd grade, and Ian Schubert was playing, and Parramatta beat Newtown.
Yep.
Right? And I went home, and we got home, and, like, you imagine a 15-year-old now, there'd be knives, everything. Like, but 15-year-olds, I'd like to get, say, 15-year-old kids, boys and girls, get about 20 of them, take them into Martin Place, and take their phones off them and give them $50 each and say, get home. They would
Shoot
lie
themselves.
on the ground
They
and
shoot themselves.
wet themselves.
Wouldn't know what to do.
They wouldn't know what to do, right? So, but so I'm waiting there getting autographs after the grand final, 15. 2 years later, I'm playing, trying to kill Ray Price on the same field in the final. 2 years later.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's so quick. And
Because you were a prodigy. You were a schoolboy prodigy. I mean, you were,
so was Benny Elias.
And Brandy. You and Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy.
You three are the ones that stood out for me when I was, like, I'm 58 this year. Yeah. So I'm only a couple of years younger than you.
I'm 60.
Yeah. So you're the same as Brandy. 65 born?
Yeah. So Brandy, what happened was Brandy, we had the New South Wales Catholic College's representative team. I was captain. Brandy from St. Dom's, only kid, he was shy and that. And we went to New Zealand for 2 weeks, so we become mates. And Brandy was a natural talent, Eric, cricket, golf, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm playing cricket. So like you play footy, summer, cricket, and you just keep going, right? And I was good at cricket, but not as like Brandy or footy. But anyway, we're playing St. Dom's in, I think, a Green Shield or something, Fairfield Pats for St. Dom's. And we're playing there, and I'm down at fine leg, and Brandy, he's not playing. And he comes over, I go, well, the game's going. I go, how come you're not playing? They won't let me play because I won't play for them on weekends in rugby league. No. So I said, mate, come to my school next year. So he repeated year 11, used to get the train, and we won the Commonwealth Bank Cup, won the Commonwealth Bank when I left.
That's how it happened. I didn't know that story.
No, that's how I was standing down at fine leg because I was an open bowler, and he said, hey, Langos, I go, well, how come you're not playing? They won't let me. I go, come to our school, and that's how it happened. Yeah. So then I was very lucky in my first 6 years out of school. I played in 4 first grade grand finals.
Wow.
And when I left in 82, I did the HSC. I signed with Peter Moore with the Bulldogs. And I said to Peter Moore, who's the fittest blokes in this club? I want to train with him before training starts. And it was a guy, Johnny Coveney, played State of Origin, and Billy Johnson, who fought for the middleweight title.
And was a notorious trainer.
Yeah. So this is quite funny. And Bullfrog goes, here's his number. So I rang Johnny Cody. Hello, Mr. Cody. And he said, yeah, listen, son. He said, Peter said you'd ring. So me and Cement, because, when you get to a club, the young blokes stick together. So we trained before pre-season training to get fit for them. Yeah. So, mate, it was torture training, mate. And it was in the sand, in the ocean at Ramsgate. Right. And it was coach to failure. It wasn't scientific, right? But it made you tough and set us up to train hard forever. Right? I swim every day, 6 a.m, 7 days a week, all because of the Bulldogs culture from Johnny Coveney and Billy Johnson.
So good swimming for you, man.
Yeah, and I run in the pool. I don't walk anywhere, it hurts my knees, but now it's cute. I'm fixed. I touch my toes every day. But anyway, getting sidetracked, we trained that hard, and there was this Irish guy, muscly little bloke. He trained with us, and we used to train up at Canterbury Lakes. And this is before the pre-season training, right? A Friday, Johnny Caveney and this bloke, he ran the session, and I didn't know who he was in it. Well, it turns out he's Tom Domican, a hitman in the underbelly.
Domican, yes.
Yeah. So he had a bag. This is true. I couldn't make it up because there's no mobile phones then. Right? No. And there's me and Cement and that, and he said, boys, like he's a big nutter, and he goes, you know what's in that bag there? We used to do in the gym and that. It was a basic gym up the club, Canterbury Lakes Club. He had a machine gun. He said, there's a hit on me. I'll kill everyone.
What?
So me and Billy.
What, 17 you were, you?
Yeah. And then we dropped off, right? We never went back. So then Johnny Caveney went to West and he retired. And we won 84, we won 85 and that. And 86, I think it was 85. We're playing and Billy goes, hey, why don't we, Tommy's living at Bexley now, why don't we go and train with him during the week? It was a Wednesday, and we used to have Wednesday off. So we trained, but we trained that hard, I could hardly run the next day.
Oh, yeah.
And Warren Ryan said to me, are you an idiot? Mate, what are you training away from me for? He says, if you don't play this weekend, you'll be dropped for a month. I played, right? And it was just the mentality. Like we played Canterbury, like clubs that talk about culture don't have it.
That's right.
Companies talk about culture don't have it.
That's
it's
a good point.
set by the senior people.
Good
right?
point.
So at Canterbury, the senior players Peter Mortimer, Steve Folkes, Johnny Coveney, Chrissy Mortimer, Billy Johnson were the fittest in the club. Well, guess what? Young blokes, you do what we do or we free you off the truck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if your senior players are lazy, the young players are lazy. And there was clubs last year, like a couple of years ago, Canterbury players saying we train too hard. And I text around, tell them to go and work on a building site.
Yeah.
So like Melbourne don't talk about it.
No.
Penrith don't talk about it.
No.
You know, and the winning teams don't have to talk about
And
it.
if you always notice, the teams that go really well, nothing ever leaks out of them.
No.
Like nothing comes, there's no shit talk
Look
out
at
of the
Manly
clubs.
now. They're
Manly,
shattered. Yeah, there's that. But like,
They're all, when you're going bad, it kind of shows the really bad things about your club. And when I say that, I mean, it's easy for Penrith to be in a position they are at the minute because they've won 4 comps in a row, but there's a reason they won 4 comps in a row.
But you got to understand, because I do talks, right, all over New South Wales, right? And we reward clubs. It's free. They all get a football each. We give them 2 boxes of footballs for free, and we give them a signed Origin jumper, a raffle to raise money. And this year I got, and the start of this year in January, I got the competition guys from New South Wales and say, pick a couple of clubs in your area you think deserve. And then I sent an email, hey, you've been selected for your efforts this year, da-da-da. The email, when they ring it, oh, this is unbelievable. I'm getting acknowledged, right?
Great.
Mate, they're nearly crying, right?
Fantastic.
And I've met some really good clubs, right? Like St. Clair Comets, one of the best clubs. They've got 54 teams.
Stephen Crichton's team.
So listen to this one. Stephen Crichton, right? Mate, he's the best boy ever since Terry Lamb. Most respectful person I've ever met. Oh, you met.
Great
right?
kid.
So the St. Clair Comets this year have a mental fitness week, and all week. So I go there with the counsellor and we've got all the ball. They pumped up 400 footballs to give the 400 kids I'm talking to, right? And we were doing every half hour back to back. And I'm under this awning and there's kids running everywhere and A-grade footballers. And Stephen Crichton's from there. And I'm talking on the outside and I can see the 6'5" giant with no Bulldogs gear on, like doesn't want to be, and walking, and it's him. And so I say to the kids, before it, who goes for the Bulldogs all the time? 2. Okay. We'll talk slow for all you others, right? Anyway, I can see him coming. And next event, he comes. It's Beatlemania.
Oh, yeah.
No. He come unannounced, right? He heard it was on. And so I said, Stephen, do you have bad days? Yes. I said, what do you do when you have a bad day? I hang with friends and family I respect. And I hang with the community. And he hung there for 4 hours, kicking balls and everything. And I'm thinking, what a human.
Yep.
What an absolute, and then on the field, he's hungry.
Oh, yeah.
He's like you. He's a lunatic. No. But I think he had more skills than you.
I think he did.
No, but I, everywhere I go, say most respectful. And you know what? He lives in, I won't mention the suburb, in Canterbury. And I said to him, why? Because I want the community to know I'm part of it.
Yeah, great.
So when I'm getting a coffee, because most of them live on the beaches and that.
Yep.
Right? And I go, what a guy.
What a guy.
And his dad's a pastor, so he's been brought up good. Like there are some good people out there in rugby league. All you hear about is the bad things, but there are good people. You know, like William Kickout wants to build a school in Fiji.
I know.
And
Gus is going to help him.
Yeah, well, because through me and the school and hopefully Camps RSL, we're going to do one there. Then we're going to do one for Crichton in Samoa.
Fantastic.
And then I want to get in hold of Katoa and do one in Tonga.
Wow.
And Greenville Boys High School have already built a school in Honduras or somewhere before, so they've done it before.
And then we can go over to England and do one for Radley in England.
Yeah.
Victor Radley.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pommy now. Photo number 3. This kid who's training with Tommy Domican and John Coveney, you would never think in a million years you're going to play 300 games in the toughest game in the world. And here you are, you played 315 games, you've won 4 comps.
3 comps.
3 comps.
Should have won 4, but Mark Bugden ran all the way on last day.
Come on, mate, you're better than that.
We would have won.
What's this mean to you? What's 315 games mean to you?
I think it means I don't really celebrate my own birthdays, or I don't really look. I'm not trying to be corny. I keep looking ahead, and I can't believe I did it. When you're young, you're invincible and you're pretty arrogant, and you're all like tunnel vision.
Yes.
And then when you get older, you're starting to worry and you get scared in games and that. But when you're young And then
there's that period, isn't it, from about 17 to 24 when nothing can stop you.
no, nothing.
Nothing can stop you.
Like I remember in the 85 grand final, right? I remember in 1978 getting up to watch the Kangaroos play and Craig Young got wiped out by George Fairbank, the fullback.
Yeah. Beard. The red beard.
And he was one of my idols.
Yeah.
Right? So this is like 7 years later, right?
You were doing it.
I'm 19 playing against him on the cricket ground, right? And because we had up and in defence, you can hit him on the blind side. So which meant, because it was a 5 metre rule and we were super fit, we could get up as quick and they couldn't see you coming. Peripheral vision wasn't good enough. So you could smash them big time. Like we knew how to tackle. So it was just after half time and Saints were supposed to beat us, right? And in the grand final, we didn't think so. And just after half time, and Craig Albert was a copper at the time, and he took the ball up on the cricket pitch, and I got him a beauty, right? And he hit him, and then fell straight to the ground. I said, "Get that up, you fat copper dickhead!" Right? And I stood over him, right?
On Albert,
yeah, right. Well, I shouldn't have done it because we played him in the trial, the last trial at Belmore the next year, 10,000 at a trial. I went to do the same thing. He elbowed me fair in the Adam's apple, and I'm like, he stood over me and said, "Listen here, you young dickhead, don't you do that again." Sorry, Mr. Young.
Well, we recently saw Ben Hunt and DCE both bring up 350 games.
Yeah.
In today's game, I mean, you know, there's only 3 in front of them now.
Yeah, but see, it's completely different, and you can't compare eras, right?
Oh, no.
So, like, there was no interchange. Once you come off, that was it.
That's right.
So now, if you sit on the bench, it's a game.
Yep.
Right? Where then it wasn't. Right? And it should. I take my hat off to all the guys doing it. But I was the third one. Jeff Gerard was first. Terry Lamb was second. Right? And then all the other NRL, when the NRL, they got rings, and I blew up. Not blew up.
We never got a ring. Never got a ring.
So I emailed Valandis and Abdo about 18 months ago, said, "Mate, we've never been acknowledged. I don't want the ring, but I want it for my son, and he can pass it down now." And it finally come and
you got a ring.
Yeah, so this is what happened. So then I got rings for Gerard, Lamb, Clivy Lyons, E.T. and me, because we never got acknowledged. And they presented me in bar. It was 40,000 this year or last year, I can't remember. That's how it all come about. And the ring's sensational. It's got diamonds, and it's got 300 Club. It's got the date and who I played on it, and it's in my safe.
Fantastic.
You know? Yeah,
so for your kids, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't look. I've got no football stuff in my house, in my apartment.
No, me either.
No, I just don't. And people go, and like,
in fact, I've got no jerseys. I've got no. Like everyone says, you got a jersey from when you played. And then I said, no, I gave them all away.
Mine's in the garage for my son. Anyway, but it's just like we're getting back to the 300 Club. It's pretty hard. They should say he's played 350 games. He started in 200 of them.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't start,
no,
we mightn't get. You know what I mean? So like,
no, I know.
It's like you can't compare Winks, a champion, or you can't compare athletes that were good in the past would be good now.
Yeah.
Right? Like Johnny Raitt would have been good. I never saw him play because training's different, the grass is different, the jerseys, the balls are different.
Well,
how bad were the balls?
Oh,
leather. When it was rain, you couldn't.
Then what about the jerseys?
Yeah. Oh.
It'd be like having someone on your back.
Daryl Broman wouldn't have liked them, but anyway. No, but so this photo here.
You got photo number 4 here is you and your son,
Alex,
and your beautiful sister Di.
Yeah, so
who I know very well.
So Di there's got a wig on because she was going through cancer. Okay. She's had cancer twice. And beat it. I've had cancer, and she says Langmacks are cockroaches. You can't kill us because we could be around next day. You know, and like my old man used to get on the drink 4 or 5 days a week, and I used to go down the road at 10 years of age and buy him Benson Edges extra more.
Yeah, remember your dad used to, or mum used to write you a note?
Yeah.
Please give Mark a packet of black and whites or Benson Hedges.
Yeah.
Sign Mrs. Guy.
Yeah.
I'm 10 with $2 on me.
Yeah. And going in bottle shops. Anyway, at 10 years of age. Anyway, so all these people say it's in your genes that if your dad's an alcoholic, you're going to be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
My sister's never drank or smoked. I've never smoked.
No.
And now, since February last year, because radiation, underactive thyroid, the medication's put on 30 kilos on me, right?
Yep.
So thanks for telling me I look good now. Anyway,
You did.
So last February, George Paponis is my doctor, the great George.
Ah.
No, he's been my doctor for 20 odd years. And I have a thyroid specialist and he's really cool. And last February, I didn't drink alcohol. I didn't do anything. February 24, I saw the thyroid specialist. He changed the medications and I've lost 35 kilos, all right? All because of medication change. Now, if you're out there and you're on medication and you don't feel right, I'd get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Because why do everyone trust someone where it says he's a doctor?
Yeah.
Right? Like if you ever say you and your brother Matt, right? It could be that you have 20 beers, put no weight on. He looks at it and puts weight on.
Yeah,
We're all different.
Other way around.
No, but you know what I'm saying? We're all different. So if you're on medications and you're not feeling good about it, get a second opinion or go to someone else because I did. And now my jeans were 36s, now I wear 34s and I swim every morning and as happy as I've ever been. But the only problem is it's made my head look even freaking bigger.
Yeah,
I look like a chubba chub. Like you were.
Yeah. You're the original chubba chub.
No, but so my sister's amazing.
She's awesome. Your
So
sister.
I left home when I was 15. She took
Why?
me. I don't know, she saved me. And it was a tough upbringing. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of who I am. So my great-great-grandfather, Tommy Fitzpatrick, won a premiership with the Roosters in the 30s, I think. And he was a gold fob watch he got. And so rugby league's always been. And my mum and dad were Eastern Suburbs people. My mum was a Fitzpatrick. And then they moved out to Cabramatta. It would have been hard, like moving from the Eastern Sub Paddington and Wallara and it to there. And then my sister... I was going to Fairfield Pats the last 2 years. I was living at my sister's and that. And I still saw my mum and dad. Okay. They were at the game and that. But she saved me.
Everyone's got a story.
She's like my mum.
Everyone's got a story, haven't they?
Yeah, she's 8 years older than me. So
she's a great woman.
My brother, who's 14 years old, he died of dementia 6 months ago. And
Peter?
He played for Penrith and scored five
tries in a game.
Yeah. But see, I had hands. He didn't. He used to drop the ball a lot, but he was fast and scored tries. And I muck around at work and that, and I muck around with everyone. And everyone at work knows. I go, if I make a mistake, I go, listen, 3 grand finals can't be wrong. So everyone knows I won 3 grand.
How many Origins you play?
Only 4. So the reason being for that is, and I say
only.
But listen, no. So I'll give you an example. So the great James McDonald, the best jockey in the world, when he was a kid,
J-Mac,
I was married to my husband-in-law's ex, Shane Dye. So I used to call Shane the husband-in-law, and he couldn't work out why because jockeys aren't too smart. So I'd go, this is my husband-in-law, and he'd go, what do you mean? Just shut up. Right? Anyway, no, true story. So they were good friends with James's mum. And James was coming out to Hawkesbury on a Thursday after the Melbourne Cup. Brian Fletcher was the boss of Hawkesbury Race Club.
Yes.
Invited him to come. So I had to pick him up from the airport. And his mum said, he'd be wearing this and that. I said, listen, he's a midget. I know what he all looks like. So he had the saddle and all that, all his riding gear. So then I took him out to Randwick and showed him the Randwick Rise, and I'm a member of the cricket ground, showed him the cricket ground, and then he said, listen, I've got to lose some weight for tomorrow. You want to sit in the sauna with me for 2 hours? I go, how about I come in the last 5, right? They've got a tough.
Hard life.
Anyway, so I said to him, until you believe you belong in life, you do not go anywhere. And I knew I belonged straight. As soon as I left school in first grade, I knew I believed I belonged. I could win grand finals, play for Australia. And Origin, even though I played, I didn't believe I belonged there, so I didn't excel. And it's disappointing. I don't, if you believe, like, if you got a beautiful looking girlfriend, if you don't believe you belong with her, you're not going to last.
That's true.
Because you're nervous.
Yeah.
You're a doormat. But you go, hey, listen, buddy, you're the same as me. And that's why when we grow up, we watch TV and watch an Origin, we go, wow, these guys are Superman, right? And then you're playing first grade, Wally Lewis, unbelievable. I toured with Wally Lewis, right? When you go to Origin, say you're in the Queensland camp, right? Or say New South Wales, and you see Payne Ash and you're in camp with him, you go, he's like me.
Yeah.
He gets a headache like me.
Well, you
come back a better player.
That's happened to me on the Kangaroo Tour.
Yeah.
I saw, because we used to be scared of, not scared.
Mal and them.
But Canberra, Balmain, Brisbane.
Yeah.
Like when we saw him on a tour,
You live with
saw
them.
how homesick they were.
Yeah.
And saw them vulnerable. You go, well, you know what? Let's get back and we won 91.
Yeah, because you
we
know
broke
what?
down
You,
all the barriers.
you believed you belonged.
100%.
And you go, they're not rock stars.
No.
We all are. You know, and that's with life.
Here we go. Your last photo. This is an emotional one because when
No, it's a funny one.
did you first know that you had thyroid cancer?
Oh, I had a lump. So my sister, she had cancer, and she's tougher than me.
Same place?
No. She had non-Hodgkin's.
Yep. Lymphoma.
And I think it was non-Hodgkin's anyway. She's an amazing person and tough. So what happened was my sister, they said, there's a Professor John Rasko had a laboratory under RPA, but he's overseas now in the stem cells and all that. And she found out that he was a genius, right? And they all are, right? And she said, I've got to meet this guy. He could save my life, right? And then she went to get a report.
Referral?
No, report. And she's walking back to Professor Rasko. I think it was Rasko, I can't remember. And she opened it up and it said, this lady won't survive 6 months.
Wow.
And she didn't tell me till years later.
Wow.
I go, what did you do? I thought, no, I can beat it. And she said to Rasko, if you save my life, I'll help you with your charity. And he saved her life. And they said, oh, I feel emotional.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
And no, it was unreal, mate.
No, mate.
She's tough. And so anyway, so when I had this is nothing what she's had. And so the only problem here was it's the neck. And they've got to mould you down so you don't move like Hannibal Lecter. So you go in weeks before and they mould it. And the first couple of times it's 10 minutes, you don't feel nothing.
So you got like a gauze over your head or something?
Yeah, it's plastic, it's fiberglass, right?
And you can breathe through it?
Yeah.
Because I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah, so with that, but you can see. So, I'm looking fat there too. Anyway, the machine goes up and you go in the machine, right? And you just lay there and they play music.
Yeah, okay.
And after the first one or two months, hey, can I bring my own music? Yeah, good. And they loved it because if I felt pumped up, I'd bring the Killers, Mr. Brightside. If I felt emotional, I'd play Robbie Williams
wow.
Angels.
Oh, yeah.
And they were dancing, right? Anyway, I only went for 10 minutes. So after it's Monday to Friday for 6 weeks. So the first week, on the Friday, I'm going to the Scone Cup, right? All with all my mates staying overnight. So I go to the professor and I go, mate, is there any chance I can do it twice on Thursday? Because I'm going. He goes, yeah, no worries. So I go morning and night. You don't feel nothing, but after a while, it wears you down. So my voice is very fragile now and I can't drink real hot coffees, right?
Okay.
Because your senses are gone. Sometimes I'll lose my voice, talking too much or whatever. But then, so once they got to know me, I was a bit of a larrikin, they'd say, you know what? You've got the biggest mask in the history of Chris O'Brien Lifehouse. True. I'm proud of it. The biggest melon, right? Anyway, it was great. So it made me a better person.
So where are you now with it? It's
all gone.
Yep.
Yeah, and seriously, cancer made me a better person.
That's amazing.
I just want to help people. I want people to smile.
The last 6 years, 5 or 6 years, you have changed.
Yeah.
You've become, I think you've become more outgoing.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you, you know, and I'm not going to say you're an arrogant person, but you, until sometimes tragedy hits you, you don't realise how lucky you are.
No,
and you just got like, you know, fuck, I'm reborn.
Yeah, I can help. So like a lot of people have setbacks and there's poor buggers that get cancer, which is, they're going to die, right? I didn't have it, right? So like I was saying to you before, when I used to go to concerts and we had the suite and that, and say Katy Perry's playing 10 shows, I'd have to go 10 times, but I'd only watch one. And then, hey, everyone, this is Sunny. Yeah, sweet. And then she'd start singing because it's all the same, and I'd go home. And I was going through radiation, and I said, listen, everyone, I'm Paul Langmack. I got cancer. If I put my hand up, can you get me a beer? Because it might be my last beer. They're all going, oh, no, we know people. I was just taking a piss out of it. And lucky I beat it. But I reckon, I say to people, the mind is so powerful.
Very.
And I say to people, mate, you can do it. You can do it. And if you keep thinking positive, you can do it. And it's so true. And now I try and make someone laugh every day. I don't have to know you. Try and make them smile. I don't care if you think I'm a dickhead. Life, cost of living.
Yep.
People can't pay their electricity bills. And if I can make you smile happy days, and I do, you know, and that's what's good. And I love what I do, and I don't have a job. I have a passion.
Yes, you do.
So you want to fire away? Come on, fire at me, machine gun Kelly.
So, okay, by the way, them 5 photos, thank you for being so honest and a little bit vulnerable. And I love that because people don't know that side of Paul Langmack. And I do know
vulnerable is cool.
It is cool.
If you're not vulnerable, you're not real.
Oh, real. Agreed. Now, the fun part of the podcast.
Okay.
You've got to give me some answers to questions that I'll ask you. The first question is, what's your favourite band and song?
Favourite band at the moment or ever?
Ever.
The Police were. They were the first concert I went to at the Showground, which is the old Fox Studios.
Yep.
And Brian Adams was support.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to love the Police. But now it's probably Bruno Mars.
Yep.
I'm all different. Robbie Williams.
We mentioned the Killers, aren't they good in concert?
Yeah. Like I'm going to Keith Urban on Friday night.
Oh, wow.
I've seen Andre Bocelli, so I've got a wide range of music.
Eclectic.
Yeah. You know, well, you're getting very intelligent as you're getting older. I hear you use a lot of big words on radio now. I go, someone's told you that. Anyway, my favourite song would have if it's with mates, a sing-along in a pub, Sweet Caroline.
Oh, yeah.
No, like,
how good.
Yeah, they play it at the Everest every year. Angels, You Can't Beat.
Robbie Williams, yep.
I sing to me girl, Don't Go Changing.
Don't go changing.
No. What's the one? Beautiful girls all over the world. Gets her every time. Anyway. I'm romantic. You know?
are.
No, romance is good for you.
Of course it's good for you.
Look at how Megan puts it. She's still taking the medication, obviously.
I am.
Favourite 5 kids, haven't you?
5 kids and a grandson, yes.
Favourite TV show right at the moment?
Forever.
No, right at the moment?
Well, both. Give me both. What are you streaming at the moment?
I'm watching Limitless.
Yes.
I love it.
Yep.
I have a cold. I train in the morning in the pool, outdoor, and then my shower last minute is cold.
Yep. And
through him and that, Limitless is. Second season. I've just started watching that. The Front Bar. I love watching that. We'll follow AFL. It's so funny, mate.
Isn't it?
Why haven't they got one like that for rugby league?
Exactly.
Like Sam Pang, he did his show MC. He's on solo.
The ladies.
But the solo part was crap. But he's like, he needs a halfback and a 5'8", to run off. It's a great show. I tape it.
And Andy Marr and Mick Malloy are perfect foils.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Andy Marr, he's boring. He's the straight one. Mick Malloy's.
Well, I worked with Mick for 2.5 years, and he's such a funny bloke.
Yeah, he is.
But just naturally funny. You look at him and laugh.
Yeah. So now, looking back was like Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes.
Get Smart.
Yes.
I mean, all those shows.
Remember we used to rush home, right?
Yeah, after school.
And there'd be them, there'd be Brady Bunch.
McHale's Navy.
There'd be Fonz about 5:30 just before dinner.
Happy days.
We had some great TV.
Yeah, hey, mate. What about you wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, the Thunderbirds?
The Thunderbirds.
Yes.
The Tracy's.
Yeah, and then on Fridays was a marathon where the Channel 10 showed TV.
Then Saturday morning we'd get up when we were real young and they'd have HR Puff and stuff.
No, I wasn't allowed to watch that.
And then it'd start raining and they'd say the game's off. You go, no. But
it was a great era. See why we were resilient and mentally tough. We had to watch what your old man wanted to watch, and it was tough.
That's right.
And they were shit shows.
Yes,
but you just had to sit there, right?
That's
and
true.
You ate around the table.
Yep.
And mate, you eat what you're given, and don't talk.
Mate, I've got 8 TVs in my house.
But now everyone sits in their bedroom, order Uber Eats, and stream. No one sits around anymore.
That's one thing I do bad at home.
You have to.
I make sure that we all have dinner together at the same table.
Yeah.
And their phones are away. Then they all comply. Obviously, rugby league's your favourite sport. Other than rugby league,
racing.
Tell us, what's your passion for racing?
Well, my old man grew up with Jeff Marnie, who was a race caller at Randwick and Roseville, Warwick Farm, all the Metropolitan. So my old man used to take me out of school on Wednesdays and sit me up in the box. And then I learnt, and then I'd start having 25 cents on horses. And then at Fairfield Pats, we had 1,200 kids. And in about 1980, I was in year 10. I started running a book, Melbourne Cup Day, and all the school would bet with us. And then, so I'm very good on mathematics. With people that punt are very good. I'm not a big punter. And then, so I can say, like 40% of 30 is 12. And they go, how do you know that? We drop the zeros off tables 3 and 4, right? Because of mathematics.
Okay.
People that gamble are good on maths, right?
Okay. You make a good bookie.
Yeah, and that made me, when I was playing footy, we used to know with Warren Ryan and Phil Gould, very analytical. I knew every player what they were going to do. So I'd say to Steve Roach, Warren would say, don't hit him high, he's so big, right? So I'd say, here comes Fatso, hit him low, I'll kill you, right? And then you hit him low and he'd fall like a tree, right? And then Michael O'Connor would step off his right and I'd say, he's going to step, and he wouldn't step. So I have this great memory. And that's come from footy of that analytical side, but punting then, like 1980, Belldale Ball was 20-1 in the Melbourne Cup. And I said to me mate, Tony Zappia, who owned a milk bar, he had money, we had nothing. So he had no idea. Mate, I got him in case we lost. So he didn't know. Still doesn't know now. He will now. But we had the old green exercise book. Yes. Recess and lunchtime, we'd walk around the whole school, get $1 here, 20 cents here. So we're having a big bag. And I said to him, if Belldale Ball wins, we're going to do our ass. I said, we've got to get hold of the history teacher, Mr. Pick, who drives cabs on weekends, who bets. So I walk in, year 10. I'm 15. I walk in the staff room. Oh, Mr. Peck, mate, can you go up the road and put 200 on Belldale Ball? I can't remember the figure. Yeah, no worries. And then I said because we got it at 20-1, and every time they're betting, I'm dropping the odds. So if it wins, we're going to win a fortune. But I said to Zappia, don't make out we lost. And it won. And then my old coach, Johnny, what was he? Johnny from Oberon. Not Johnny Coveney. Anyway, he told me a lot. He used to take me to Harold Park trots every Friday night.
Yep.
And it used to be packed and play Saturday. And that's where Buzz Rothfield was a cadet journalist with Ray Gatt. The Gatts lived around the corner. So I've known Buzz that long.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was good old days, mate.
If you had to pull out your phone now, who is the most famous contact in your phone? The most famous person in your phone?
You.
Stop it.
No, I mean...
You got everyone in your phone.
Yeah, no, I can't... I don't want to discriminate. But if I say that bloke, this place going to be filthy.
No.
Phil Gould.
So Gus right now...
Warren Ryan.
Yeah.
Andrew Johns.
Yeah.
Little football. Rodney Hogg, the cricketer.
Yes, there we go. Now we're talking.
Good fellow.
Oh, great bloke. Isn't he good? He's a great guest speaker.
Oh, one of the best.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can rattle them off more, but I don't want to. Okay.
That's it.
You didn't know my favourite film.
You know
movie.
What's your favourite movie? We can go back to that? Yep. What's your favourite movie?
There's a few. Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah.
The Untouchables.
Yes. Do you like the gangsters?
Yeah, like them. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. How good they? The Deer Hunter. They're all old movies.
They both become fathers.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Because, what about you ruining Graham Wynn's career? No, you were like, so they were playing at Penrith Park. It was 91.
How's this about your best favourite movie?
Because it was a movie. Because Graham Wynn looked like Lurch out of Adam's Family. It was Adam's Family.
Adam's Family.
One of them.
Yeah.
And you ruined his career. Warren said, don't awaken the giant within. It was a good book, actually. Mark Geyer. If he starts twitching and shaking his arm, look out, run for cover. And it was at Penny Park. I was sitting on the sideline and you shoulder charged him fair in the head. And I think he still hasn't got over it. You remember? He was convulsed on the ground.
Oh, poor bugger.
Why did you do that?
Well, because I was captain for that game and they beat us. Beat us that game.
So, but you've been a bit of a journey. What about the time you were at Balmain and you didn't turn up for training and Wayne Pearce was looking for you and you're at the beach trying to find yourself? Can you tell us that story?
No, Alan Jones was coach.
Oh, Alan Jones. Tell us what happened.
And I got bit by a bloody blue bottle.
Yeah, but why didn't you go training?
So I didn't like it. Didn't like being at Balmain. I didn't want to be at Balmain.
You sound like Lockie Galvin.
I had a couple of years where I didn't want to play rugby league, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm glad that Perth come along, and then we had our kids, and we went over there. And
you know what? You got to be proud of yourself because you were out of control at times on the field and everything. And now I say to people, mate, he was a raving lunatic, and now he's telling people how to live lives. How funny the world turns out.
You know what?
No, you're doing a great job, mate.
Hey,
thank you very much.
Love you, Langers.
Pleasure.
This is your Life in 5.
Thank you.
And thanks to our good mates at Lily Pilly Wines. There's a nice little Shiraz.
Yep.
And a Sauvignon Blanc.
What about membership to MG Active? How's that going?
Anytime you want
Do you go there?
Every day.
I follow you.
Every day.
I follow it.
Come every day. Come and train with me.
No, I don't do weights anymore.
No, I don't do
it at
weights.
home.
I do all cardio.
Yeah, no, I do the pool. Pool's the best, mate. It's heaven. And like, once you get there, you're proud of yourself. And we're all creatures of habit. And one more thing, because me talks. Anyone out there, everyone, can you please ring someone you haven't spoken to for a while? All right? Someone, if it's a brother or sister you don't get on with, or just a friend, and ring up and say, how you going, mate? Because like they could be doing it tough financially, they hate their job, they hate their missus, or just they're not in a good space. And MG and I are all for that.
Yep.
Be tough, ring someone, because Adrian...
Be comfortable and be uncomfortable.
Yeah. But my mate Adrian Solder, for years, 5 or 6 years ago, rings me. Everyone rings me for tickets or concerts or footy, whatever, and that. And after a couple of minutes, I said, what are you ringing me for? He's a Bulldogs supporter. I just said, how you going? And then, it was just an amazing feeling I had. And so someone out there is doing it tough, just ring them and tell them to ring someone, and we can make a difference. So
bravo.
That's what it is, mate. And I'm proud of where you are. I'm proud of where I am. You're a champion.
Got your langers.
Thank you.